Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on HEXO. Looks like the last time I talked about them was on May 28th. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel, and I hold a couple shares. So this is HEXO. Ticker is HEXO, so can't get any easier than that. Here's kind of a look at what it's done over the last 3 months. So up 3%, but it's just been kind of up and down here over the last 3 months. Last month, kind of the same way. Last week is actually down a little bit, and here's what it did on Friday. So started up and then just kind of dropped off so immediately, and never really recovered. Just kind of traded sideways pretty much the rest of the day. So as you can see, I have 3 shares here. This is my cost basis, so I'll go over why that's a lot higher than what it is right now. If you don't know what this one is, it's a MJ play. MJ company distributes and products to serve the global MJ market. And feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. $4.46 million average volume and an $822 million market cap. Not the greatest of ratings. It's pretty typical in the MJ with a 69% hold. Here's their actual earnings, and next one is expected on June 18th in the pre-market. So just about 2 weeks from Friday. So 2 Fridays and we'll have earnings. But here's a look at the reverse split. So for every 4 shares I had, I get 1, so it's a 1 for 4 split, and so that's why my cost basis is kind of messed up on this one. And I've also talked about all these on the channel here as well. So, but back to HEXO, and just to look at the on bar chart, the day's low on Friday was low of 664. And a high of $7.04, and previous close of $6.91. And here's some of the other information if you'd like to pause and go over that. Otherwise, you can find it here on bar chart. So again, this is saying expected on June 10th. What did Robinhood say? I thought it said on the 18th. Might have to look into that and see what the difference is. That's kind of interesting. But again, currently at 669, and so this is dated on the 1st. HEXO and Zenebus Global Incorporated announced closing of arrangement. So they announced the closing of the arrangement, completed previously announced arrangement pursuant to HEXO has acquired all of the issued and outstanding common shares of Zenebus by way of a plan of arrangement under the Business Corporations British Columbia. Today, another great day for HEXO. HEXO CEO and co-founder with the acquisition Zenebus. We're actively positioning HEXO for future expansion in Canada, Europe, and beyond. And so all of them are going to be expanding, if you ask me. The more time goes on, the more states become legal and so on, so they should all be taking off. That's how I look at them. I kind of diversify into quite a few different MJ plays. So the deal will strengthen our domestic brands, offer a foothold in Europe, and provide significant accretive synergies as we continue towards our goal of becoming EPS positive and top 3 global MJ products company. Under the terms of the arrangement, each former Zenebus shareholder is now entitled to receive this amount of a common share in the capital of HEXO. For each Zenebus share held immediately prior to the arrangement, the consideration, it is anticipated that the Zenebus shares will be delisted from the Toronto Stock Exchange as of the close of trading on or about June 2nd. So this has already happened, but still kind of relevant information for HEXO shareholders, and feel free to pause and go over the rest. And moving on, this kind of goes over some warrants, and slowly scroll through here. So for those of you that would like to pause and go over that information, Zenabus has been granted exemptive relief from certain continuous disclosure and insider reporting requirements by the applicable securities regulators. Holders of listed Zenabus warrants are therefore directed to reference and rely on the public disclosure filings of HEXO. Immediately prior to the completion and arrangement, each of the director board of Zenabus and its subsidiaries resigned. So kind of interesting information. And moving on here, why will HEXO overtake Aurora in revenue this year? Aurora used to be one of my favorite MJ plays, and then they did their reverse merger, so I'm still in the red on that one. And then I moved over to Freya, which is now Tilray. So, but I still have Aurora. So, HEXO has its sights on being one of the top 3 MJ companies in Canada, and to do that it will likely need to overtake Aurora, and which has far less revenue than both Tilray and Canopy Growth. HEXO has been wheeling and dealing of late, making moves that will strengthen its top line and put in a good position to potentially surpass Aurora. Will that happen earlier this year, and do the transactions make HEXO a better buy, or will they lead to challenges ahead? And below we can look at some information here. So the deals that have been keeping HEXO busy, and I probably already talked about a lot of these on some of my other videos, but we'll just kind of lightly hit them, and I'll link the other videos in the description for you. So on February 16, it announced it would be acquiring Zenabus Global for $235 million. Number 2, on May 17th, in another all-stock transaction, HEXO said it would be purchasing 48 North MJ for about 50 million Canadian. This transaction could generate synergies of 12 million within 1 year, and after the deal closes, and will allow HEXO to diversify its portfolio as 48 North sells topicals. HEXO's latest move came on May 28th when it announced a deal to acquire Redecan, and that was what my last video on May 28th was about, was the buying Redecan for $925 million. So Redecan is the leader in the Canadian market for pre-rolled products, and its portfolio also includes top-selling oils and capsules. And so definitely one to watch, and I'm going to be looking to buy some more of this and lower my cost basis on this one, and see what it does here over time. So because they have lots of acquisitions and lots of moves going on. Over here to Reddit, HEXO Corp announces acquisition of Redecan to create Canadian market leader in adult use sales. HEXO Corp announces acquisition of Redecan to create Canadian market leader in adult use. And we already touched on this, so some of that's some older information. Check out the stock twits here. Currently at 669, 52-week low of 232, high of $11.04. And there's HEXO right there. And moving on, HEXO Go. Earnings gonna send this to the moon, so we'll see what earnings does. Usual options activity alert on $8 call expiring 8/20/2021. So it might be interesting looking at some options on this one. Also pending catalyst this week or next. not too much other information in here than what we've already covered. And once tip ranks opens up here, you'll see what they have to say about it. But if you have a HEXO, go ahead and leave that in the comments, along with your cost basis and how many shares that you have. So this says 11 days to earning, pre-market not confirmed, so that would be the 17th. So getting a couple different days listed here on earnings. This says 11 days. Showing a moderate buy with a 31% upside of 877, high of 12, and low of 662. So I'll have to do an update on this one in a week or so and see exactly when the earnings are, because given 3 different dates here. This is showing June 10th, so this is showing June 18th. So maybe the 18th is correct. I'm not for sure, because over here on tip ranks it said in 11 days. So I'll do some more research on that, do another updated video. But like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments, along with your cost basis and how many shares you have, and any other information you have in regards to HEXO. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.